of it. And obviously what I've shown, 40 people haven't written bills and should have been kicked out of the SGA for this semester. Obviously a lot of people in SGA don't even think it's relevant. What about the meeting yesterday that we didn't have for the second time in a row? That's 6 weeks without a meeting. I sent an email out to everyone in the Senate. I got an angry email back from one of the senators saying it wasn't my duty to tell him to come to meetings. That's the kind of thing you're dealing with, and that's the reason that people are asking questions. Why is this relevant?
Jeff.
I think it is relevant, and one of the things that I would encourage every student to do is be an informed voter. One of the things that I will commend Samuel and the Students for a Just University is they have actually gone out and made voters. They didn't try and convince somebody that they should vote for them. They've gone out with a plan, and they have followers that I believe have shown that there is relevance to SGA. And that's one of the things I would encourage each student to do is increase the voter rates and show that there is an interest. The more backing that we have as SGA showed by the numbers that vote, the more easily we'll be able to deal with student issues.
Kevin.
Identify one element of each of your opponent's platforms that you agree with.
Samuel, you get to begin.
Let's see here. Obviously, no one's going to disagree with safety, so that's the clear issue there.
Jeff?
I'm sure everyone's going to say the same thing.
Jeff.
There again, yes, safety. Obviously, huge, and every single one of us has our own plan. Some of it falls under the same, some of the same things that are going on because we have heard the students' voices. But we have an actual plan that is different from some of theirs. But there again, they have great plans as well.
James.
I think I'll say it. Safety. Yeah, I think we have a great plan in store for not only the campus, the fort to improve it. But if I had to look at something else, I would have to say the Hope Scholarship, and that's something that I've worked the past 2 years of my college career to improve upon. We've made ground. I agree that a lot of things that we need to change with it, but we need to work with the legislators at the state level so that they can hear what we have that we'd like to see change, like the architecture program being extended to a certain number of hours, or graduate students or fifth years who have more hours but are there.
All right. I think this will be the last question, and then we will get some final comments from each of our candidates. Margaret.
Okay. This is more of just a personal question for you, but it will reflect your leadership, if you will. What's one thing about SGA that you think students need to really focus on? And also what I mean by that is one thing that you think every student could take away from SGA, and one thing that every student could use that they don't necessarily take advantage of, but could use to maybe better their college career.
Jeff, you have 1 minute.
One of the things that was implemented a few years back is the Tennessee 101 program. A lot of students don't know it's there. What it is you can go online and look up a professor and actually go and see the scores that were given by students who have taken that professor's class. All these surveys that we fill out at the end of the semester that everybody's always so angry about, but yet it's a great tool to use when you get feedback from the students on a professor. When you're choosing classes, I would encourage anybody to go look at the Tennessee 101 site that is offered on the SGA website, and it's updated every semester with all the surveys that come in on the students' feedback from that professor.
James.
I agree with the Tennessee 101, but something that students can take away from this is the activities. We're in college. We need to enjoy our lives outside of classes as much as we can, and I think SGA is pushing forward as much as we can to improve the recreation space that we have. I know there's some big hurdles that we have to overcome, but I think that students, if they can enjoy themselves outside of life, within life, outside of classes, through recreation or certain sporting events on campus, I think SGA pushes well towards the administration to bring what we'd like to see.
And Samuel.
Well, biggest thing that I wish people understood about SGA is just some of the stuff, again, I mentioned, that no one knows anything about SGA. If they just knew a little bit, that would be great, just what goes on inside there. Furthermore, that same effect, just like how SGA actually functions, people are really confused. They don't understand that it's like we're making like non-binding policies here, and we're merely a voice. But people need to understand that we can legitimately voice their concern, and they don't. They have their place within the student government just as much as anyone else does.
All right, we are completely running out of time. We have 30 seconds each, and if you keep it less than that, that would be perfect. James, you start.
Well, the Focus campaign has a lot of great things in store for all the students, and I think one thing that really makes us, sets us apart from everybody is the candidates that I'm surrounded by. We're a diverse group of students. All of us have seen different things across campus, and we understand the student body. And I think that we can bring a lot of good things to the table, understanding and a drive for all the students because we have such a diverse background.
All right, Samuel.
I guess I would have to say that our platform, when we sat down to write it all down, these were already issues that we've been working on in the Senate, outside of Senate. We didn't have to think about issues. These are issues that we've been working on and will keep working on whether we win or lose. To that same effect, I would have to say that if my opponent's issues are really that big of issues, then maybe there's 40 people within the Senate that could have been addressing them all year.
Jeff.
With the Connect campaign, when it was formulated, we went out and gathered people from all over campus to get an actual representation of the entire student body. I think it's one of the greatest things that we offer, with hope being one of the biggest issues that every branch of the student body has talked about. With my experience in working on the state level with the Tennessee Higher Education Commission and the State Board of Education, have great working relationships with them, and I've already made plans to try and work something out with them and get something on the ball rolling with the Hope Scholarship.
And that will be the final word. Jeff, Samuel, James, thanks to all
Thank you.
three of you. Good luck to all three of you again.
Thank you.
The vote is coming up on April 1st and 2nd. That is Tuesday and Wednesday. Go out and vote. Thanks to our panel members, and thanks to you all for tuning in. And let's give them a big round of applause. That ends our debate. Go out and vote.